6 Most Unique Ways to Use a Chainsaw. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Beyond Crazy. 6. Taming the wild weeds. Do you have a wild, untamed lawn that seems to grow an inch every time you blink? Forget that boring old lawnmower. Tackle your unruly weed jungle with a chainsaw. Apparently, someone out there decided to take landscaping to a whole new level. You could spend your entire weekend bending over with a handheld weeder or use the chainsaw to unleash fury on your backyard. Of course, the chainsaw-wielding weed warrior probably had to be a little more precise than felling trees. Weeding with a chainsaw is like trying to perform brain surgery with a sledgehammer, definitely not recommended by any sane expert. Just make sure you've got safety goggles, ear protection, and a steely resolve because weeds beware. You're coming through with a chainsaw in hand. 5. Cutting your way to a dream home. It takes a special kind of creativity to look at a roaring chainsaw and think, you know what this needs? More DIY home improvement projects. Forget about those boring saws and drills. A chainsaw's teeth gnashing away at your walls will give you the rustic charm you never knew you needed. There's something oddly satisfying about revving up your mighty chainsaw and declaring war on drywall. It's a guaranteed conversation starter at the next neighborhood barbecue. Oh, those? Yeah, I carved those windows myself. With a chainsaw. No big deal. While it might not be the recommended approach for precision work, and OSHA would probably be shaking their heads, it's a unique way to put your stamp on your house. 4. Why use a shovel when you have a chainsaw? Trench digging is usually reserved for trusty shovels or a trenching machine if you're feeling fancy. But why conform when you can tackle it with a chainsaw? They say it's like having a mini ditch witch in your hands. Chainsaws, with their spinning teeth, might not seem like the ideal tool for precision work, but these DIY renegades have found a way to make it work. You can effortlessly cut through soil and roots, leaving behind a neat trench. Of course, there's an element of danger involved, and I'm sure the chainsaw's manufacturer didn't have trenching in mind when they designed it. If you're bored of conventional trenching methods and want to rev up your DIY game, grab your chainsaw and let the earth-shaking adventure begin. 3. Chainsaws aren't just for lumberjacks. Those menacing machines designed for cutting down towering trees can also moonlight as tools for artists. Yep, chainsaws can carve a niche in the art world, too. It's like Picasso meets Paul Bunyan. In the hands of a master artist, the chainsaw becomes a precision instrument, carving intricate designs and graceful figures out of solid wood. These artists transform chunks of timber into awe-inspiring sculptures that adorn gardens, galleries, and public spaces. Forget about delicate chisels and brushes, they prefer the rugged, ear-splitting roar of a chainsaw. These sculptors channel their inner Michelangelo as they start chipping away at a big old log. It's a bit unexpected and, well, slightly insane. Don't be surprised if you stumble upon a chainsaw-wielding artist at a fair or a festival, surrounded by a crowd of admirers. 2. Trim chainsaw topiaries. Hedge trimming by hand? PFFT, that's so last season. When it comes to shaping your shrubbery, some folks have taken it up a notch. Forget hedge clippers or even pole saws. Oh no, we've got a league of chainsaw-wielding gardeners out there who decided to sculpt their hedges with the finesse of a lumberjack on a caffeine binge. Instead of delicate precision, they opt for the chainsaw mace technique. Essentially, you tie a string to the end of your chainsaw, swing it around like you're trying to lasso a tornado, and voila, instant topiary in progress. We're not saying it's the safest or most recommended method. But if you've always dreamed of your garden looking like it's straight out of a twisted fairy tale, this might be your ticket. 1. Chainsaws in the kitchen. Cutting a thick slice of meat at least makes sense. But some people take chainsaw cooking to a whole new level. Who needs a set of fancy kitchen knives when you've got a chainsaw lying around? Apparently, not these chefs. In a video that must have left Gordon Ramsay flabbergasted, a couple of daredevils decided to take their chainsaw skills to the kitchen. You know, because regular cooking utensils are just too boring. They shredded potatoes for crispy hash browns, cracked eggs with more precision than a surgeon, and delicately sliced veggies. They even sliced bread, and those loaves of fluffy carbs quivered in fear. But it doesn't stop there. Another culinary lumberjack whipped up a batch of chainsaw soup. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them.